visiting the sun-baked desert planet of Tatooine in Star Wars Battlefront. Tatooine is an arid, sand-blasted planet in the region of the Star Wars galaxy known as the Outer Rim. And today we're in the Dune Sea region of Tatooine. Almost nothing lives here, except for this little plant, apparently. And some notorious criminals, as it turns out. We're going to be checking out Jabba the Hutt's palace today, which is this big structure here. It was originally built as a monastery by an order of highly reclusive monks before being co-opted by Jabba and his criminal entourage. As you can see, Tatooine has two suns, which is partly why the planet is so hot and so dry. Got a pile of junk here, it looks like. All kinds of bits and pieces. This thing looks kind of like a engine. It's two of them here, actually. Maybe like from a pod racer or something like that. This is a sand skiff, of which Jabba the Hutt has many. This is obviously Jabba's hangar or garage where he keeps all his skiffs and sail barges. And this up here looks like Jabba's favorite sail barge, a luxurious affair that he takes out on cruises across the Dune Sea, out to such wonderful locations as the Great Pit of Carcoon, where the strange creature called the Sarlacc lives. Jabba favors the Sarlacc as his method of execution for his opponents and people that displease him. Let's head on up into the palace a little bit and see what we can find. Looks like some kind of storage room, maybe. A little light on the shelf, some boxes, not a whole lot to see. A different view of the sail barge here. Some equipment hanging a little precariously. This is kind of a neat criminal lord, and Jabba does have expensive tastes. You can see all through here these gilded tables and strange vessels. I don't know what they're for. Pillows strewn about. One gets the feeling that this whole place is a location of debauchery, perhaps. Interesting textiles hanging from the ceiling. Well, the floor is unpleasantly damp. I don't know why. Perhaps it's best not to think about it. This is interesting space. Looks like some kind of machine room, maybe. I honestly don't know what all this machinery would be for. But I suppose crime lords have their reasons for all these machines and mechanisms at work. Looks like there's a lower level down through this grating here. The palace itself is quite extensive, dug deep down into the subterranean depths of Tatooine. Look at this. It's a gonk droid. You might have heard it a moment ago, making its characteristic gonk sound. There. Like that. Gonk droids are power droids, primarily. Kind of like walking batteries. And it looks like we've got another droid back here. This is a 2-1B droid. Normally they're used for medical applications, but our friend back there, probably not for that. I don't know what use Jabba the Hutt would have for a 2-1B, but so it looks like we've looped back around here, and we're back in the Hangar Bay with Jabba's sail barge. I suppose we could head back on out this way. Check out the Dune Sea. But maybe we'll, since we're here, why don't we check out the sail barge? Might as well. Take a look. Kind of a shoddy boarding ramp here. Gotta jump to avoid tripping at the end. Let's go check out the back deck. It's very quiet in here. Nobody around, which is surprising. Jabba's palace seems like the kind of place that would be bustling. But I guess today we've got the Hangar Bay to ourselves. this way. All kinds of funny machinery and odd electronic machines around. So it looks like this takes us back out into a canyon. Towering above us, we can see a tower, an actual tower belonging to the palace ahead of us as well. Very craggy terrain. Back here, it's a bit reminiscent of the Jutland Wastes, which are another region of Tatooine. And to be fair, Jabba's palace is not on the Dune Sea or in the Dune Sea. It's at the northern margin, where we get cliffs like this. Some kind of little hanging chime there, maybe. I don't know, hard to tell. Let's head up here if we can. There. Another little plant. They are very few and far between. Lots of junk strewn about here. I guess that's just how Jabba rolls. It's really quite a beautiful structure, despite all the junk that's kicking around out here. You can tell that it was originally created with something perhaps more spiritual in mind. It's my understanding that the Bomar monks who originally built the structure actually still inhabit the lower levels, and they sort of coexist with Jabba and his criminal gang. It's late in the day. Obviously, it looks like the twin suns are setting, heading towards the horizon. It really makes for beautiful lighting cast across the cliffs. It looks like there's a moon visible just over the horizon there too. Tatooine has 3 moons. I don't know which one that is. It's a very unique location, unique structure, with a fascinating history. It's about 700 years old, evidently, at the time of, the Death Star and the Battle of Yavin. Well, I think we'll end this little wander here for now. It seems that we've come back to where we started, more or less, and seen what there was to see here anyway. It's a nice place to stop with the twin suns setting in the distance. I hope you enjoyed this little wander through Jabba next time.